Good evening, ladies and gentlemen of the Mega Man Randomizer 2 community. This is Cyber9 on commentary. Alongside me is Frico, and this is our grand finals match featuring Casual Tom and Charlieboy. It's going to be a best of 5. So the first of our runners to win 3 matches will be crowned the 2025 champion. Aren't you excited, Frico?
Get a cup of coffee in me, wake up a little bit, and maybe around game 2 I'll start to get excited. But yeah, this is definitely the main event of the evening. In the red corner we have Casual Tom, and in the blue corner we have Charlieboy. Just doing a little go ding ding and start round 1.
Well, I have given our runners the green light to go, so as we've been waiting for the countdown, which is happening right now on your screens, wherever you are in this world. We're actually doing 80% burst chaser, so get ready for quick running and zips on your screens.
There we go. Looks like our runners are off, and we're just going to need a quick little sync up, because it looks like they're about 10 seconds apart.
Give me a sec. There we go.
Alright, we're up and running. So we've got Flashman for both runners. I believe I saw hidden stage names, and this is also what looks to be a burst chaser.
Well, this is the A setting, so we are going to have revealed names. So there will be an order to the madness, and we may see a zip or two, but they are doing burst chaser like you just said, and they're going to go fast.
Well, this is a speed run after all, so I certainly hope they go fast. Ooh, wow. About half a second between our runners going into that first boss door.
And we got ourselves a Quickman in Quickman's room, who's Buster Soft.
Did you roll this seed? Did you remember to randomize it?
Well, you can point a roll chant for that. Looked like Tom was trying to shoot Quickman in the corner, but he was not cooperating. So that's going to give Charlieboy a bit of a lead, and with burst chaser settings, that could be pretty big. And we got item 3 out of Quickman's state.
Yeah, so both runners with let's see, we got Bubble Man for Charlieboy. So a little bit of a variation. I think personally I would have left Bubble Man for the 3rd stage, like I think Casual Tom's planning to do, plinking the wall, seeing that it's not the Buster that is going to take care of things.
Yep, and Charlieboy using the Buster only zip with that was chaser, and that Shotman was Buster immune. I don't like seeing that, but don't have to really pay attention too much. Just gotta go.
Yeah, you can avoid them pretty good. So
I don't think Tom. Yeah, I'm not used to seeing Tom ignoring that. So we'll see if it doesn't cost him later. Charlie wisely taking his juice box against this Woodman in the Bubble Man room. Meanwhile, we got Airman, Buster Soft, and Flashman's room.
Yeah, that was fortunate for Casual Tom. Charlieboy finds item 1. So we know where item 1 and item 3 are. The hunt is on for item 2.
As our runners are now swapping stages. As it's a horrible night to have a curse in the waterfalls.
Oh, very much so. That's not a good way to start that off. Visit to the Abyss.
Twice!
Oh no, that's 2 visits. This isn't actually Simon's Quest, so there's no wrong warping with But it looks like these Buster-only shotmen are just causing Casual Tom all manner of trouble.
Yeah. don't like Buster, don't like the Crash Bomb either. So, a bit rough there for Tom, as Charlieboy is just cruising his way through Flashman stage, about to take on that Airman waiting for him.
Yeah, I'm actually surprised with no E-Tanks. He just completely forgoes the E-Tank. Both runners actually doing so.
Well, in fairness, I'm used to seeing Charlieboy ignore it. I was not prepared to see Tom ignore it. Yes, Charlieboy will now head off to Crashman stage with 1 and 3 in tow, which is just fine. Don't need item 2. Maybe item 2 is here.
That's entirely possible. The real whammy is if it's behind the Heatman stage. But see, this is where Casual Tom's probably going to have to take a death, and he does. Is getting bodied by Airman right there.
It was a Woodman, but yeah.
Oh, either way, I wouldn't want to get bodied by either of them.
Yeah, they're both fat, and that Crash Bomb is doing its job. As down goes the wooden toad. As Charlieboy did do the Crash Zip with that item 1. Didn't look like a good item 1, but he made it work regardless.
Yeah, like I said about that cup of coffee, it's starting to kick in, but not entirely. So, minor little details like misidentifying a Robot Master. Oopsie.
Alright, I'm going to switch the audio to Charlieboy. As Tom is pulling out the good old time stopper to ignore these fan fiends and as a plus the conveyor belt. Ooh, kissing the tin can on the way through. Definitely don't like seeing that. And no, doesn't look like Crash Bomb was going to do the job either.
Got rid of those fan fiends at least, but that's.
Well, I guess
I didn't even see that Robot Master.
It was certainly a Robot Master. Tom. Okay, I was worried Tom was about to die there. But the tin cans are one-shot Buster dead, and the fan fiend, so it's not like you really needed to use it. Also, it doesn't look like we got an item out of that stage from Crashman, so off we go. Oh, and there's a Heatman on the conveyor belt who's not Buster Soft. Are we going to check other weapons, Tom?
Might be a good idea, but this is one of those unfortunate circumstances where 14 rounds of this is yikes. Casual Tom already finding 2 deaths and now a really, really, really nasty Heatman here. So, not the greatest situation for Casual Tom. Charlieboy taking pretty much full advantage. Now almost 2 stages ahead. He has Crashman done, and now this will be Airman, so that'll be his 5th stage. As Casual Tom goes into his 4th.
Well, by process of elimination right now, item 2's either behind this here Woodman stage, or it's in Heatman stage.
Oh wow, we're coin flipping for a very unfortunate situation, but I think with the Burst Chaser, it makes the Yoku blocks a little more tolerable.
Not by much, because the one thing you gotta worry about with the Yoku blocks is when you do that initial skip with them, you gotta quicken your pace to clip through that bottom block, and then you actually need to hurry up and get to the top, and then time your jump for them that succession of blocks afterwards, and then you can do the the Hail Mary after when you get to the top of the mountain.
Yeah, fair enough. I'm actually alright. Help me out here. I'm going to defer to you as the Mega Man 2 randomizer expert here. They both have item 3. No Goodwood?
Why would I when I have Burst Chaser?
Wouldn't it still be faster?
No, because you gotta wait. Because just because Mega Man has Burst Chaser doesn't mean Item 3 has Burst Chaser. Plus, then you have to worry about clipping through and then making sure you don't overrun your spot.
Ah, okay. Yeah, that would be inconvenient. Look like Bubble Man trying to make an appearance and Charlieboy getting him out of there.
Yeah, so Item 2 in Heatman stage.
Yikes. Yeah, Crash Man as well for Charlieboy.
Oh, there we go for Charlie. Oh, he's got 2. Thank you for reminding me to press the button, because I'm doing both the clicking and the talking, while you just do the talking.
I'm trying to do the waking up right now, honestly, but...
you're just fine. Sheep Man is not in this game, and we're not on the internet. Even though we're on the internet, he is not in this game. Alright, so here's the difficulty with the Yoku blocks. Well, I thought for a moment Charlie was going to do it normal.
Oh!
He's certainly having a time.
Oh no. Oh, he does get back. Alright.
See, that's what I was thinking of doing if the next time I would have Burst Chaser chance and I had Item 1. Use that as my setup to get to the top here. And here we go, Leap of Faith.
Definitely got there. No problem.
Yeah,
Easy.
so Item 2 is negligible when you get to the top there. But as you can see, this Item 1 is not particularly good to do the Crash Zip, even though Charlieboy got it. But Tom is still trying to get it.
Ooh, rejected a couple times there. Casual Tom losing a little bit of time now with Zip just not working out for him. Looks like he got it.
He got it.
Prop Top's being a little bit of a pain, but
he had to. So there's a thing in the randomizer that was put in this year. When with any percent, and sometimes when you get stuck like that, we pretty much just call it the stealth destruct button, and that's what Casual Tom just did there. So Tom, not in good shape right now. He's really in the hole here, and he's gonna. And I don't want to say game 1 is all Charlieboy, but. Things can happen.
So far, though, I mean, let's not lie to ourselves. I mean, Casual Tom's taken 3 deaths now. Charlieboy's been relatively clean, so when it comes down to it, it's probably going to take commentator curse be damned, but it's going to take probably something like a death to a dragon, or something going horribly wrong in the Wily stages for Casual Tom to make any kind of a comeback, because he's got Heatman stage left.
There we go. Heat on heat violence. That's what I'd like to see. Shoot 4 shots with that heat.
Wow. That's going a heck of a lot faster than Casual Tom with the Lemonade doing 14 rounds of that nonsense. Alright, here we go.
And apparently it was Crashman in Crashman's room. And looks like we got Dr. Mario as our antagonist this game. We're going after him because he's being sought for malpractice.
Yeah, well, we got a substitute teacher today chasing him off to the castle, so Charlieboy off to Wily Stage 1. Oh no, Casual Tom. We don't want to see that.
Alright, real quick. We gotta do the thing before Charlie gets there. So get your guesses in chat. Whether or not what the color is, what the dragon looks like, and what a weakness is. So my co-com, Frico, after you.
Well, we got Barney the Purple Dinosaur, or Dragonsaur, as the case may be. we got the bubble lead, and I'm gonna go with the Oats Dragon. That's what I always start with. That's what we're gonna go with every time until it's not that.
Well, looks like you took one of my options. No, two of my options. So, so with that being said, you know what? He's gonna be a true blue dragon, and he's gonna be weak to Kami. By weak to Kami, I mean Buster.
What type we got?
I'm gonna give that one all you. Oh wait, that's the swag dragon. Never mind. I see it on the belly there. Well, it's not weak to Kami. Not Crash. How about metal? That's a metal weakness. Not a good metal. It's not a matchable metal because the Charlie's got to wait till that dragon gets close before he can really start hitting it. So, ugh.
Well, he's through the dragon, so that's one of the major pain points that could trip Charlieboy up, and not happening this time around. So we're looking at a significant deficit for Casual Tom. It is Burst Chaser. Things go a little faster, so all the same, not a great spot for Casual Tom to be in. Charlieboy on Wily 2, he's got the whole of Wily 1 to work with. And
he's got a stage and a half to make up at this point. Alright, gotta rush through this all the way because these tin cans are just not going to get out of the way.
At least they're not respawning up at the top there. That would be inconvenient.
Alright, we're gonna take a look at this Pico unit, and I hope for their suffering, and I hope it goes invisible. Nope, it's just a normal Pico, and it's weak to Buster.
Yeah, the Buster's one of the weaknesses, but I don't really think we're going to be looking at any of the other weaknesses. Why bother?
Yeah, exactly, why bother? That's just a waste of energy. But, so enjoy the Zero boss music from Mega Man X2. Two more blocks to go through. Last one. And out we go. Alright, off to Wily 3, and we'll see if Wily used the chemicals to clean out his septic tank.
Alright, let's see if the EPA is gonna... Oh my.
Yeah,
I'm gonna call the EPA on this one. Yikes.
The Green Saber, the reference is Stone Cold Steve Austin, and what?
Yeah, Charlieboy, a big wrestling fan.
As am I. You know, I want to try that one time. That's an idea for later, but you know, I don't have time to test it because I'm doing commentary.
You can multitask between games. Come on now.
I have to get there first, and looks like we got Bowser on parade, and it's weak to air. Get out of here.
Well, Casual Tom pulling into the pits and looking for our wall weakness. He really wants that E-Tank.
That's Leaf Shield.
Leaf Shield. Alright, that'll be one of the more favorable weaknesses to the Pico, or not the Pico, the Boobian turret.
Meanwhile, we're slowing down Cutman's theme here as we go through Wily 4 in the anxiety rooms. Charlieboy doing the vertical zip there.
Smart.
Yes. You know what? This is my kind of anxiety room with the rabbits, actually.
Casual Tom, not quite getting the good news. I believe that's Metal Blade he's using right now, and he's playing around with weapons.
He found Crash Bomb. Not a bad. It's a 1-to-1, but we know the real good news, and now he just
he found it.
So, for those who don't know, the Pico units actually have 3 weaknesses in our randomizer. So, we now know all the weaknesses, and I would just have to say that the Buster is the best choice because also this Metal Blade. I'm not sure if you're noticing here, Frico, is 1-to-1. So, 1 Metal Blade is 1 energy bar.
It also seems to be moving very slow.
It's slow and it's not mashable.
I mean, I guess with the very high Picotan blocks, you could use Metal Blade.
And it looks like
save a second or two.
And with these, and it looks like Charlieboy found Crash Bomb as our weakness, and they wait for the explosion on that one. Got to do it again. There you go. Rushing it a bit there, not waiting for the explosion. Had to do it twice.
A little bit of a whoopsie-doo there, but we're into the refights for Charlieboy. Casual Tom, by Burst Chaser standard, is far behind. By any standard, really.
Sorry, I'm a little distracted now because our theme for the Ball Street fights is brought to you by Super Robot Wars.
Try not to hurt yourself while you rock out to Super Robot Wars, will you?
I can't help it. Well, the new one just came out in August, so I can't help it. Alright, so I believe Charlieboy. Well, that's Charlie's third because he took out the top one on the left and he took now the one on the right. So he's on his 4th Robot Master.
You're gonna have to help me out on that. Usually you just start on one side and work your way around the U. Is there any advantage to getting the top one on the side first and then going to the other side?
I think that's something you're gonna have to ask him. The only thing I can think of is you're gonna land on that block regardless, below the Wily capsule anyway. So I guess he's just thinking about just jumping on it and just going straight in. I don't know. You'll have to ask him after the race. But having observed these races, you kind of just notice things.
I've seen a couple runners do it now, and I've just not wanted to ask why, because I didn't want to have them reveal some super secret strategy, but this is the finals. There's not going to be another match this year after this one, so I don't think we have to keep a strategy hidden for other runners to accidentally find out. Wow, that was a very expeditious machine.
That was all air shooter. That was all air shooter. Alright, down into Victory Road we go. He's going to refill on that air shooter, which I don't blame him, but things happen.
Well, he does have a significant enough lead, but
he doesn't know that, and he better not.
No, absolutely not. Yeah, we definitely... Oh, there he is.
Not air, not heat, not wood, not bubble, quick. And folks, if you blink, that is actually our first race of this best of 5, with Charlieboy taking the win with official racetime.gg time of 23:26.
Yeah, that a pretty darn fast time, even by birthday standards. Very clean run by Charlieboy, and I think Casual Tom gonna have his work cut for him. Not only one win for Charlieboy, but Casual Tom picked the Burst Chaser, so a great serve, shall we say, from Charlieboy, taking a game off Casual Tom's pick.
And it's something you just got to do when you're in this type of situation where you're going to have to win your opponent's race in a best of 5. Otherwise, it's going to come down to where if we happen to get to game 5, where game 5 will just still be any percent, but without the Burst Chaser. But you gotta at least win one of these matches with against your opponent sets, and then hopefully win your 2 sets.
So Casual Tom's gonna have to show out a little bit here in either game 2 or game 4, if it even gets that far. Honestly, it is a best of 5. It could go 3-0, but we all want to see 3-2. Heck, I'm up for a little bit of bonus time if we can manage a draw in one of these games, honestly. I'm not gonna lie. So Casual Tom making very quick work of the Wily Machine as well. So he'll drop down into Victory Road. But as we see, this is a decisive victory for Charlieboy. 2 minutes by Burst Chaser standard is a very significant margin. Just unfortunate for Casual Tom at the beginning of Bubble Man stage. Took a couple deaths there. Another, let's see, where else did he take that death? Early on in Crash Man, I think he had a bad zip.
Yep. Either way, he just dug his hole deeper and deeper, and just could not get out of it. And his opponent, Charlieboy, pretty much ran a very, very clean race. So it's just got to execute better in this, and hopefully Charlieboy will be on the opposite end of some of that luck.
Well, if this comes down to execution, Charlieboy is going to do very well, because I seldom see him make a mistake. But, even just a single mistake would be a surprise from Charlieboy's side through all these games.
Yeah, Tom finishing with official time of 26:29. So give us just a moment, folks. We got to set up for game 2 here. So listen to the lovely rendition of wherever they pulled this Top Man from. Alright, folks, wherever you are in this wonderful world, get ready on your screens as our runners are about to take off this Game 2 of this Best of 5. We're under the C format, which, you know, is still 90%, but, you know, we're hiding their stages this time. And no burst chaser, so we're going to have to walk around a bit.
Now, here's the big important question. Can they zip?
Yeah. It's still 90%, just the stages are hidden, but we're going to have to walk a little bit.
If anything's going to trip Charlieboy up, it's usually when you take away his zips and make him go through some of the stages. He might make a mistake. But then again, so could you.
Don't remind me. Because I did. That's why I'm here in the booth and not up there.
Too early?
The wound's still fresh.
I'm sorry.
It's fine, but there's the timer if you see it on Charlieboy's screen, and we're going to be off, and we're going to see what's behind door number 1. That's a no thank you on both sides, but Tom is saying maybe I'll do this Heat Man. Because that was a crash man on Charlie's side. Nope, Tom said no thanks to the Heat.
Took about a... Oh, God. Yeah, he
found them both.
opted out of that one immediately.
There we go. Found something he likes. But hey, to Tom's advantage right now, he knows where the whammies are.
Very true. Oh, God. Mega Man looks like he's stuck in the mud after watching the Burst Chaser game last time. It's like we're playing this at like 0.25% speed or something. Ugh.
If you guys recall, I did sound aghast that we had to walk now. Don't they realize we got things to do than walk around?
This is supposed to be a speed run, not a speed walk.
Power walk.
Speed crawl almost. Ay ay
ay. We do think there's a possibility of adding sliding to it, but we haven't implemented it or tried yet. That's just something for the dev team to try and figure out. But you know, that's in the future. Maybe.
I would not be in favor of seeing sliding in this game.
I'm more curious how sliding's going to work on the Flashman stage here, because I'm not sure if you've ever seen. Well, you've seen plenty of Burst Chaser in this turn, but Burst Chaser is a little wonky in this stage. When you jump, it kind of just pulls you back.
Now, don't get me wrong, the dev team's done some really marvelous things with this randomizer. But there's a line I don't think one should seriously consider crossing, and that's just leave the sliding to Mega Man 3 onward.
Anyway, that was a Buster Soft Airman, and both our boys are now going to take a walk in the woods, as these rabbits and shotmen are not Buster susceptible.
Really, I think just said, no, get me out. He does not want any part of this Woodman. He's self-destructing.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Tom is giving it the old college try here, but I'm surprised he's not switching to whatever weapon he may or may not have. And, you know what? And because as the experienced runner here, why aren't you trying your weapons as you're going through the woods here? I know, sure, it's heat. It's going to take a while to charge, as it appears here, but it might be a better option than taking all that damage as from all the shotmen and rabbits. And who knows? maybe, and who knows? They're all lined up. Maybe they all die from that one big heat charge.
Yeah, there's a lot of ifs and buts to that statement, but I think
right there,
coming back later might work out for Charlieboy, because he'll Goodwood Zip, he'll have more weapons to deal with the Joe Army here. This is just extremely slow going for Casual Tom, but he will slog through this.
He was hoping for a big energy from the squirms, but he was not getting it.
Yeah, not happening for him.
And I think Tom is having controller issues, because I heard a boom. I'm not sure about you.
Yeah, I heard it too. I almost thought I disconnected and reconnected, because I've not been having the most stable internet connection.
And the only reason I brought it up, because just for a brief moment there, I saw Tom's character stop. So hopefully that's not too much of an issue. Just gonna try everything. Alright. Well, time to fire the lemons. And looks like this Heat Man in Quick Man's room is weak to heat. And down it goes, and let's see if either our runners gets an item from their stage. We get an item 1 out of wood.
Item 1, nice.
So, instead of taking that jaunt through the woods, Charlieboy, he's gonna have to find that item 1 much, much later.
Yeah, that's part of the quote-unquote risk-reward. You know, there always could be an item at the end of the stage. Casual Tom, if he's able to use that item 1 that he's found, might be able to make up time elsewhere. If Charlieboy finds item 3, for example, that gives him access to the Goodwood Zip. But at the same time, Casual Tom, like I said, if he's able to use that item 1 effectively somewhere along the way, good on him. He may end up with a little bit of a lead going forward.
He's got to be careful here, because, yep.
Oh, yikes.
Those moles were not treating him kindly.
No. Wow, they're doing a lot of damage to him.
And they just keep on coming and keep on coming. There we go, big energy drop. Alright, moving on. Meanwhile, Charlieboy is at the good old Yoku block section. Didn't look like there was too much of an issue here in the Heatman stage, as Charlieboy has quickly made his way through.
Yeah, the Heatman stages look relatively tame. Comparatively speaking, especially, I think, compared to the last time we saw Fan Fiends there.
You're giving me flashbacks again. Anyway, looks like
somebody's got to take those darn things out of the game, or make them far more likely to show up.
Well, fortunately for Casual Time, he's using the Buster on the He-Man, but he is Buster Soft, unlike last stage where he was not. Charlieboy has Dumpstered. The Quick Man and Heat-Man room, does he get an item? No.
Negative. Alright, so both runners, I believe, have 3 Robot Masters down now. Casual Tom has the advantage of item 1 so far. Are item 2 and item 3 yet to be found? Oh no, not again.
Nope, not this time.
Casual Tom avoiding the whammy.
Alright, into this I'm not gonna call it Mountain Dew or Baja Fresh. some kind of murky Bubble Man stage.
It's almost like that blue flavor of Mountain Dew they put out. I can't remember the name of it.
Well, this is definitely not Voltage. I'm gonna say that. So at least that's actually blue. This is more bluish green. Anyway,
right.
we're nearing the end. We're nearing the end of our respective stages here.
Yeah, that's the end of Bubble Man stage. So Charlieboy found Quick Boomerang, at least for the Joe. So we'll have that knowledge to go back into Woodman stage. Speaking of Woodman,
he's being waterlogged again. And we got Bubble Man on the conveyor belts. How about an item? There's 2 from Bubble Man stage. There's 3 in, nope.
Alright, so that was Metal Man. So Airman?
Air and Crash.
Man?
Yep. And Tom will find out if there is, in fact, an item 3 at the end of this Airman stage. And we'll find out, too. Gotta have that a little higher. Well, I agree with the strat, but you gotta have that a little higher.
Looks like he's getting away with it, with where he's got it.
Yep. Well, because there was that initial prop top that was the issue, but you know, going through afterwards, there's no problem. But you know, always got to worry about the rising part. And we got our good friend LB Creed's favorite combo in Airman.
Oh.
That's not gonna work.
Oh no!
And I don't know if that was on purpose or not.
That might have been a controller thing. But I can only speculate at this point.
Yeah,
and it's gonna kill me because we're gonna have to wait a couple games to be able to ask about that one.
Yeah. Well, Charlieboy is at the Bubble Man room where our waterlogged Woodman awaits. Gonna get his item too.
Alright, so the big question is what's hiding behind Tom's door? Because we know
that's a middleman.
This has got a 50-50 shot of bailing Charlieboy out for a potential Goodwood zip. No!
Yeah. And it's in Crashman stage. So, again, we don't want to think too far ahead, folks, but right now we got to consider that advantage casual time at the moment.
Yeah. He has taken a death, lost a little bit of that advantage, but Charlieboy abandoned ship on Woodman, and it doesn't look like he would go to Crashman before Woodman again. And that's what he'd need to do to be able to get the item 3 to potentially make some time back with a Goodwood zip.
Well, we'll find out after he finishes this Airman stage, because he still has to go back to that Woodman stage if he wants his item 1. Otherwise, he's going to do the Buster only zip in Crashman stage, which he can do, but I think he'd rather use the item 1.
Yeah, unfortunate for Charlieboy that he's going to have 2 stages left and 2 items that he's going to be getting from those 2 stages. So, a little limiting, but... Wow.
Well, in fairness, they had the same amount of stages left anyway. So, no item 2, no item 3 for either runners, and Charlieboy is going to take a walk in the woods.
So this is actually going to help out casual He does have quick boomerang, Charlieboy does. Oh wow, the leaf shield's doing some work too.
Looks like Tom's going to try and do the randomizer exclusive item 1-zip in He-Man stage here, but he didn't quite get it there. But I guess he says, you know what, that's fine.
Oh, this is a fairly harmless Heatman stage, and just about as easy as they come in the randomizer.
And it looks like Charlieboy has pulled out the Metal Blade, and that's doing the job that I would hope it would do on the hot dogs.
Ah, that Metal Blade's just showing no love. Slow Metal Blade just doesn't look like it's very spammable. It might be, but
well, he got three.
Slow.
He was able to hit it 3 times and have 3 blades out, so that's spammable enough. If it was that slow and it was just 1 blade like in our previous seed, then I'd have some questions.
Yeah, fair enough. Charlieboy unable to Goodwood, so that's going to be a full-on write-off.
Well,
we're going to have...
Yeah, as you're going to want to have some real fun, folks. Both our runners' last stage is going to be Crashman here.
We can actually see where they're going to be at with Casual Tom going into Crashman, at least. No, not going to be that time stopper.
He was hoping.
Whoa.
There we go. So Crash Bomb was the answer for that quick man.
Alright, so 15-20, Casual Tom gonna find his way into Crashman. Charlieboy gonna follow suit soon after.
Ooh, some fan fiends in the way.
Ew. Yikes.
No zipping. No zipping allowed.
Yeah, I was gonna say, this pretty much...
Well, he should be good now. Let's see what happens.
See a fan fiend up here.
Alright, so that should actually make it work for Tom here. Gonna take a couple walks along on the bottom here and drop. Hi! And let's see what Charlieboy ends up doing here. Okay, he's gonna take out all the fan fiends and now do his item 1.
Yeah, looks like he got that no problem. So, surprisingly, both runners able to pull off the zip. So, now it's just a matter of racing through the crash climb.
Which Tom presently has a lead on.
Charlieboy, yeah, I was gonna say, both runners should have item 1 and item 2. This will be item 3 for both of the runners.
Yep. Now Charlieboy is actually quickly gaining ground here on Tom, and I think he's going to do this climb on the left side just a wee bit faster, it looks like.
Well, Charlieboy was aggressively using his item 1 platforms, but at this point he's kind of run out, but he'll exhaust his item 2. No item 3 to speak of, but he'll use an item 2 as if it were an item 1 platform.
Alright, that Metal Blade's doing the job.
Yeah, Casual Tom getting through, so we're looking at a 1740. Item 3 coming through. Alright. Do we have Dr. Wily? Yes, we do. We have the best eyebrows in gaming. It is Dr. Wily.
Alright, so it's my turn.
That's for those that aren't aware, there is a game we like to play with the dragon in the first Wily boss stage. The dragon has a main color, well, 2 weaknesses, although usually we only end up finding 1, and we've got a couple cosmetic upgrades for the dragon as well. Too many for me to remember to list out. Yeah, it is your turn, Siberian Bull, so have at it.
Alright, we're gonna go with the Creed specialty of the monochrome dragon, so it's gonna be gray. I'm gonna stick with... I'm gonna say it's just the Shades dragon, so it's just gonna have a pair of sunglasses. And I'm gonna choose my favorite weapon to use on the dragon, and that's gonna be the good old Crash Bomb.
Well, it wasn't the bubble lead, so I gotta stick with that. It was a purple dragon last time, so I'm going yellow this time. And I think I'm gonna stick with the Oats dragon, so I'm gonna go yellow Oats with the bubble lead.
Yeah. I thought you had the Oats dragon, then I realized they had the swag on its belly, and was like, oh, wait, never mind. I got excited for you. I got excited. I got excited for you, and then just like, oh, Charlieboy
missed.
That's not good. I've seen that. I've seen him do that before. He must feel like he's behind to make that kind of error. Trying to get that vertical set, and it's the Yoshi dragon.
That's the first time I've seen that one. That one looks neat.
Yep. I do get the honor of saying I was the first one to see it in a race.
Ooh, Buster. Okay.
You mean I should have stuck with the Buster that I chose the first race?
You gotta stick with your decisions. You gotta have a little more conviction behind them. But,
no. I have to change my mind. This is the Randomizer. And Charlieboy cheating the dragon. Or tried to. And takes a death!
No! Oh no! Oh, disaster for Charlieboy.
So, you know, I don't want to say we cursed them from our comments at the end of the first seed, but you know what? We're gonna take we're gonna take full credit.
No. Yeah, that's for the dragon. Just not what you want to see, because that's a good minute and a half in the penalty box.
Not to mention he missed his item 1 getting up there to begin with the first time. So he's a good bit behind right now.
Yeah, that's almost like serving 2 minutes in the penalty box just from that alone. Casual Tom gonna... sorry for the hockey reference, but try to parlay his power play into a Game 2 victory.
Well, season's about to start soon anyway, so you know all the hockey references are allowed.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I've been watching preseason and getting myself a little excited, honestly.
Alright, into Picos we go. We got the blobs. Not weak to metal. Crash. Ooh.
2-to-1 sale. Ooh, got it.
Someone's been looking at my tape.
Wow.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh, so fortunate.
Oh, fantastic.
Wow.
One more. Come on.
Oh, got it.
Look, I'm going to say that's fantastic about Casual Tom, but I'm pretty sure he looked at my tape for that.
Yeah, that was definitely something you don't see very often. Is this Ninja Gaiden?
Yep, this is stage 2. Or if you visit Arcus streams and he's playing Ninja Gaiden, not Ninja Gaiden 2, this is I believe stage 5, which is Dwarf's favorite stage. Anyway, going through the Septic Tank we go. That's definitely more of a Baja Blast color right there in his Septic Tank.
Yeah, see, that almost looks like the EPA wouldn't be fining him for anything of that color.
Also, Charlieboy just doing the suicide drop because sure, why not?
Well, he's got to make up just about every second he can.
Also,
If he were ahead, wow. Yeah, that air shooter's doing some work.
That's probably the preferred method compared to Crash Bomb, even though I love using me some Crash Bomb on the Picos. But 1-to-1 air shooter to Pico unit, yeah, I'll take that. And we got some quick boomerangs for Bowser on Parade. And Charlieboy firing his last air shooter too quickly. Now he's got to find the last one. And he's going to find out about the Crash Bomb now. So, I don't think it was Buster, so I believe Heat was our final option for the Pico units.
Yeah, it was not Buster. Charlieboy tried that originally and was ineffective.
Alright, folks, so into anxiety rooms, and it's definitely purple hell for us this time. Checking our bottom section. Well, it's definitely the two middle and left, so that's good. I'd rather it not be the one where I just fall all the way to the bottom, but either way, Tom makes it through. Are we going to bust our only jump? Sure do.
Yeah. The trick to that is to basically land between two blocks, so you'll always land on stable ground no matter what. Even if you find the false floor, you catch the other half of the platform that's actually there and will stay on that one. So, entirely safe to do.
And that was a rabbit in the wall. Let's see if there'll be one waiting for him at the bottom of room 3 here. There he is. And this is why I'd rather just use item 1 when I see the rabbits. But hey, what do I know? I'm only the 3rd place, and doing commentary for the finals.
Yeah, that's one of those that make you question a couple things, doesn't it? It's like, wait a second, what am I missing here?
I'm not hurt at all. I don't think we know where wall weakness, or at least I don't remember if Tom checked or not. But we're gonna find out here in just a moment. As Charlieboy is trying to.
I don't think either runner picked up the E-Tank.
No.
So we go with the Leaf Shield. Not happening. Not quick boomerang. That's a negative on the Metal Blade.
I think I'm more disappointed. I think I'm more disappointed. I hope it's not Heat. Okay.
Doesn't look like it.
Oh, he didn't do a full charge. No. Oh. You know what? He really didn't go to my school because he didn't use charge heat through the door.
Yeah.
It's 2 shots. Hold on.
Oh, it's a 2-hitter. Ay. Well, the good thing is it's not really chewing through that weapon energy bar. And as a little bit of a consolation, it's Buster weak turrets, so there's that.
Meanwhile, Charlieboy has made up a ton of time, by the way, as he's just entered the final hallway before the Boo Beam turrets.
Well, Charlieboy is also going to be having to struggle a little bit, because I don't think he knows any of the wall weaknesses.
Nah. He waits till he gets here to find out about it, and he's going to be searching for that heat for a while. He was hoping to hit that air and hoping that it was a god weakness, but it's not. Which would have been great if it was, but it's not. Alright, he's about to find out about this heat now.
Yep, found it. As Casual Tom is... Oh boy.
I
thought he was falling into a pit, but
yeah, the background's very, very dark.
Yeah, put all his resources into clean water and forgot the electricity bill. So this will be Robot Master number 4 for Casual Tom, as Charlieboy is still just having to power through this. At least skipping 2 of the turrets, making up a little bit of time, but right now it's 5th Robot Master for Casual Tom, and Charlieboy on his way in. 6th Robot Master for Casual Tom.
Yeah, he didn't do the top 2, just did the one on the left and kept going, counterclockwise. One more for this Pika Heat. And just the Metal Man waiting for. Alright, into the machine we go. 2 heat tanks in hand. Should be okay. I was really hoping it would be that bubble, but not this time. It's metal for part 1. Oof.
Oh, and part 2. Bonus. Got to, yeah.
And you were worried about that metal, but it definitely was not an issue here. As Tom, off to Victory Road, gonna steal, I don't want to say steal, but pretty much win game 2 here. As, well, folks, back to a best of 3 format.
Yeah, pretty much. We have... Well, we don't want to call it yet. It's not over until you got done. So, but it's looking pretty good for Casual Tom. It looked like he had most of his items ready to go. Charlieboy, I believe, still has 2 Robot Masters left. So he's going to be at least a minute behind. Casual Tom going up against... it's almost an alien.
He's certainly in a capsule for space, and it's not that air. Alright, you know what, I'm just gonna say it's gonna be that heat. Alright, well, I was wrong. No, Tom! Tom! There we go. I thought he switched off it. I thought he switched off for a second there. For a second.
I thought the same thing. I'm like, oh no, that's actually doing the damage. What are you checking a gun for? Oh.
Well, with that, anyway, Tom with official race time GG time of 30:52.
Yeah, so it looks like we got 2 practice matches. Casual Tom breaking Charlieboy's serve in the 2nd game, so this essentially is a best of 3 at this point. What's supposed to be a best of 5, with it being tied 1-1 at this point. You know, it's a race to win, you know, the next 2 out of the 3 games.
Charlieboy gonna crash the door. Over it.
That brings back memories, and not exactly of the good kind, of seeing someone overzip in that specific Wily wall. I believe it was Metalo versus Prodigy. Metalo overzipped, and it was, I believe, the 2nd year of the tournament, and it cost him the entire tournament because there was no self-destruct button at that point. So he had to basically redo the entirety of Wily, which would have put him so far behind that, you know, an unfortunate way for his run to come to an end, especially in the finals. But Charlieboy getting it done, finding that quick boomerang.
And with that, his official race time GG time is 32:42. We're setting up race 3 here, so give us just a moment, folks. folks. I hope you haven't gone away too far and you're within the sound of my voice, because our runners have started up, and this time we're gonna have some real fun. So we're sticking with our Tournament C format, and this is Tom's choice, but we're adding back in that Burst Chaser. So hidden stages, any % Burst Chaser is on the menu for Game 3 of this now best of 3 matchup between Tom and Charlieboy, as both owners have taken each other's best shot and took the rug right out from under them.
Yeah, this almost feels like who's going to actually hold serve instead of not have your serve broken, so to say. Both runners losing their own choices the first time around. Casual Tom had choice in Game 1, Charlieboy wins. Charlieboy had choice in Game 2, Casual Tom wins. But it looks like Charlieboy is counting down here, so we're going to get going in about 5 seconds now.
So yeah, once again, Burst Chaser is on for this race, and we got a heat and we got a quick. We're going to see. Well, nope, Tom says I'm not doing this Heat Man stage. But he does find the quick man, so he's going to be a little behind Charlieboy, but he knows where that Heat Man stage is now.
Yeah, knowing where that whammy is almost as good as, 5 seconds of your time, because Charlieboy finds that Heatman stage in an unfortunate point without many items. It might cost him more than 5 seconds to opt out of that stage, like we saw in Game 2 with an early Woodman that he had trouble with.
Now chat is making me wonder if they are running different seeds. I made sure to check, but they should be running the same seed. Because definitely the enemies are matched up so far. Maybe it's just text or anything. I know Charlie plays on a power pack, so the color is going to be a little different. But, aside from that, it should be the same seed. Anyway, into the quick man door we go, and there's a crash band waiting for us, but he is Buster Soft. He's not very mobile. He jumps high and he shoots one little bomb out, but Charlieboy takes him down all the same. But will he give us an item? Oh, he gives us item too. So you think Tom's going to go back to that Heatman stage now, or is going to go on? Meanwhile, Charlieboy is going to go into Crash Man stage next.
That's somewhat unfortunate for Charlieboy, but he does have item 2, so that might make the crash climb a little more tolerable. Oh, it looks like he's going for Buster only, and he might have actually pulled it off.
He did. Charlie's and Tom right behind him, going to try as well. Looks like he got it too. So yeah, both the runners pretty much following each other. Tom more or less giving up about 20 seconds because he didn't want to go into Heatman stage first. So right now, Charlieboy with a slight edge as he's doing the crash climb as we speak.
Yeah, that first reset definitely cost about 10 seconds worth of time for Casual Tom. But I don't think it's that much of a difference between the runners right now, as Casual Tom is literally going on to the screen that Charlieboy is exiting right now.
So right now it's probably more or less about execution, as Charlieboy is entering the Crash Man door right now. We're gonna see who's waiting for us here.
Alright, so 320 is on his way in, although it's probably better to measure their way out because it's going to be the same for both.
That's a Buster Soft wood, too.
Alright, so 335 compared to 341, so about a 6-second difference between the two, and that's item 1 for both of our runners. So Crashman stage yielding some tangible results here.
Crashman, and looks like our runners are just going to start following each other as both runners are entering a Bubbleman stage, and we get one of my favorite tracks in the classic series in Inferno Man stage.
I'm gonna have to register a complaint because I have not heard Vanilla's Crashman stage in a long time, and that displeases me.
Right. Forgive me, Chad. It is Inferno Man stage. I don't know why I said Solar Man. I don't know why I said Inferno Man Solar Man stage. Thank you, Chad. Either way, Mega Man 10.
To invoke LV Creed here to be our DJ for the night.
Look, I'm doing 3 jobs here, so if I get tracks mixed up, I think they can forgive me. Meanwhile, Flashman's in Bubbleman's room, and Tom wants to make that loose shield work, but he's doing it wrong. And I get to say that from here.
Yes, you do. I think he would have wanted to try to just bounce him straight up off of that leaf shield, but
exactly. Well, it looks like our runners are going to go in different directions, and that's a static item 1. And looks like we get some more Ninja Gaiden 2 music, as we also got some a variation to our Robo Chickens. And this is a different version of Tower of Lodge that I'm not used to hearing. I wonder where they pulled this one from. Definitely a bit more upbeat. Anyway, we got some tiki torches in the way in Heatman stage, but Charlieboy's putting that item 1 to good use and just going around them. And with item 2 in hand, we're not going to be doing any leaps of faith.
No Yoku block madness this time around for either runner.
Meanwhile, Tom pulling up the leaf shield and chasing it down as it wrecks or jams up those fan feeds along the way. As Tom entering the Airman door and finding Airman himself waiting. Meanwhile, we got Bubble and Heatman stage, and that Airman is in fact weak to the Time Stopper.
Wow. That fortunate play for Casual Tom. Both of our in theory, Casual Tom taking a very slight lead if you want to look at it strictly from both of them have 4 Robot Masters done, but that isn't a perfect science to say the least, as Charlieboy now going into the Airman stage that Casual Tom was in, and Casual Tom finding the Metal Man stage, which I don't believe Charlieboy has been in.
He has not. But it will tell us whether or not there's an item 3 here, as Tom's going to start putting that item 1 to use too, as is, static only, and he's going to try and get through the stage quickly without taking too much damage, and that was a bit nifty on Tom's part.
Yeah, that's a nice burst chaser move that you can do. With the added momentum, you can make a little bit of a move there, especially for that 1 E-Tank. And it looks like Charlieboy is going to not find the same weakness and just bust her down Airman. So, ooh, item 3 for Casual Tom. So that's going to be a little fortunate play. He's going to go into Flashman now.
Alright, but I still don't expect him to do good wood. Like I said, try to do that setup and then have to remember where you're running in the Woodman stage for it to work. I'm just going to say no. Of course, zipless runner. Why would I zip anyway?
Fair enough.
Nope. something.
Casual Tom making his way through the Flashman stage. Charlieboy through Woodman. He doesn't have item 3, but he has a stationary item 1. And it looks like he's not doing it. So
I thought for a moment Tom was actually going to go to that crash wall and try all the weapons, but nope, just grabbing his E-tank and saying, alright, turn it around.
Should have at least tried to shoot the wall with the Buster on his way by, but...
Alright, well, looks like we got a Buster Soft Heat, which is nice. I am curious if Leaf Shield would work on this Heat Man, but, you know, why bother?
Well, you have a 7-cycle Heat Man, which has been a luxury with the 14-cycle Heat Man that we've seen in Game 1 and Game 2. Items being used rather liberally, so Casual Tom with a little bit of an edge, I want to say, as he's on his 7th stage. Charlieboy on his way out of the 6th stage.
Now the reason I say that about the Leaf Shield, because just for a little gag here, you can pretty much sit underneath that Heat Man in that Flashman room and just, you know, input your Leaf Shield and just sit there. Not have to worry about taking any damage, moving anywhere, because Heat Man's going to come to you regardless, and he'll just sit above you.
So a little bit of an extra lazy leaf action there.
Basically.
Nice.
And as you can see, Tom is not doing Goodwood here.
No, absolutely not. So, just like you said, no Goodwood in these Burst Chaser runs. So that might work out for our runners. We'll see what happens. Charlieboy making his way through, I believe this is now... Oh, he's not even going for the E-Tank in Flashman stage.
In his defense, he never does. He never goes for that tank. Alright. Well, it doesn't look like Metal Blade was going to work.
Oh,
looks
whatever
like
that was. Just yes. Ooh. Okay.
Yeah, I think he wanted to do a full charge, or he was checking to see if it was the automatic full charge. But full charge heat doing heat on heat violence like it does, like it always does. And into Heatman stage, Tom goes, and into Metal, Charlie goes. Charlie may be into Wily stages faster than Tom, having the shorter stage here.
Well, this is Burst Chaser, so... Oh, these Lagphibians are not going to treat Tom kindly, but I think we'll be okay with the added speed. I think it negates part of the Woodman and Heatman problems that you would have under normal circumstances.
So yeah, there we go. Charlieboy, the first of our two runners into their last Robot Master room. And we know this metal is Buster Soft, so into Wily stages, Charlieboy goes.
Yeah, wow. I am very surprised with this, as I would have thought Casual Tom was in the lead, but 12:45. Oh no,
not too far.
Those are not the best eyebrows in gaming. It looked like a Bobo came in and just bullied everybody out of there.
He's just on his big adventure. But anyway, both are runners into Wily stages, and we have to be quick about making our selections here for the third time. Get that weakness in, get that color, and get that sprayed in, folks.
Alright. So I haven't seen the bubble lead yet, so it's got to be the bubble lead until it isn't. Oh, let's see, what do I want to do? It hasn't been the Oats Dragon either, so I'm going to stick with that too. So we're going Bubble, Yellow, Oat Dragon.
Okay, well, I'm gonna go back to my original color scheme my classic color scheme, which you used in game 1, which is purple, Ruinous looking dragon, purple and green. I'm gonna stick with my shades, and I'm gonna stick with my crash bomb.
Wow. Yeah, both of our runners are just making super short work of this stage.
Yeah. Tom, there's your Oats Dragon. There's my purple.
Alright, now it's going to come down to the tiebreaker of the weakness. Crash Bomb? Oh, yeah.
Crash Bomb, and
wow.
shredding the belly.
Very, very good Crash Bomb. Casual Tom not quite getting the explosion damage that Charlieboy was getting, but we have our runners hot on each other's heels. 10 seconds, give or take maybe 1 second or so between the two runners as we're into Wily 3.
Looks like whatever heebie-jeebies our runners had in games 1 and 2 are gone. And right now it's just been all about better routing, execution, and choices. And I have to say the main thing has to be the fact that Tom didn't just go ahead and go through the Heatman stage at the beginning and taking that reset.
Yeah, that almost is the entire difference of this run right now. Just that whammy, so to say, right at the start of the game is essentially the difference between the two runners, because that 15 seconds, 10 seconds or so for the reset is really the difference.
I'm sorry I didn't stick with the metal. It didn't look like it was a bad choice. And I don't know if he meant to take that E-Tank or not, but he did take it. Oh, air shooter. Never mind. This is better. This is the better option.
Yeah, this is gonna burn through almost all of the metal blade from Casual Tom. It looks like he's gonna use an E-Tank as well, but stick with that metal blade. Just
they're gonna be coming out of this fairly even. Charlie was just ahead, or no, Tom was just ahead because the audio was on Charlie.
Yeah, Casual Tom, I think there's about a second difference between the runners on the sync. Casual Tom about a second ahead.
Well, we're going to be holding hands and swapping positions, I think, a little bit. So, Charlieboy, Paul's buffering his way through. The clean waters of the septic tank, as looks like we finally found the chemicals to make it clean.
Oh, this looks like the grape soda factory to me.
And into the dozer we go, as Tom navigating the drop much better than Charlieboy. And it's the actual dozer this time.
About a 3-second advantage for Casual Tom on his way in.
Tom finding the crash bomb, but not using the explosion, but he takes him down regardless. Charlieboy finding the buster, taking down the dozer. Into Wily 4 we go.
Yeah, there is a slight time differential between the runners. Casual Tom about a second ahead on the physical timer, but
we're gonna have to throw that out because we got all the sinkage going on. Oh, never mind. Checking floors, setting up a vertical zip. Well done, Tom. He didn't do vertical zip, but he checked one spot for the false spring, jumped all the way through. But it did swap the... like I said, we're just going to be holding hands going back and forth here.
Yeah. Yeah, the runners are right on top of each other. There's maybe a second between them right now, which if things stay as they are, will result in a virtual tie if the runners finish within 3 seconds of each other. So we might see some bonus overtime action and a potential game 6.
Oof, bad set there for Tom, having grabbed the top of that platform there. And into the boot beating door first. It's a race to find out a wall weakness and a turret weakness. Oh, find the wall weakness with leaf shield. And I thought that leaf shield was inverted, but it was not. Trying to get around the corner, calls some time. And it's bubbled. And looks like Charlie will be the first of our 2 runners out.
Not by much, though, but it will be a slight advantage of about 4 to 5 seconds going into the refights. Now it's a matter of, okay, what do you remember from those refights? Having some, like, casual Tom should remember the wood for that Bubble Man, where Charlieboy just busted him down.
Well, Charlieboy, when increases his heat man, knows about the heat weakness, so either way, Charlieboy's ahead, as he's on his 3rd Robot Master. Casual Tom's only on his 2nd. Make that 4.
Well, the game's afoot. This is going to be a real close one.
There goes that
wow.
And there's Woodman in the water. Well, not in the water this time. First 2 seeds he was.
Yeah, you almost wanted to just say it just because we've seen it so much, but it looks like Charlieboy 1 Robot Master ahead at this point, so...
He is 2. And he's
2? Oh my.
Last Robot Master for Charlie.
Yep, he's Heat Man, and he's going to use that charged heat. Oh, it feels like it's going so slow for Casual Tom here. But, yeah, but that'll do it.
Yeah. But into the machine fight we go. And unfortunately, he didn't learn his lesson. But he does take down that Flashman as we're trying to find a weakness for this machine. Takes 2, not metal. Alright, well, with the machine having 3 weaknesses, there's going to be Leaf heating this Crash Bomb.
Oh, this is
we find metal for the 2nd half.
Well, Tom's got the first half under control. He's going to use an E-Tank, but Charlieboy dropping down already. So tick-tock goes the clock, and Casual Tom gonna lose a pretty significant amount of time. This is now about a 10-second difference.
Oof. And down victory road we go. Just a weakness to find for Charlieboy to take this win.
Well, Casual Tom still has a chance if he gets lucky and guesses right while Charlieboy searches around. You never know. I've seen it happen plenty of times where it's 3-4 seconds between the two right now. Not the bubble lead. Charlie frantically searching.
It's gonna be that heat. It's the heat. He misses. He's just trying to get all that shot in as quickly as he can because he feels like Tom's right on his tail. But
yeah,
there we go.
Oh yeah. Wow.
I'm gonna wait for Tom here to finish up before I give out the real times.
Well, I think it's safe to say with the 15 or so seconds, 20, that Charlieboy got this game, but it's the official times that matter, not the times that we see on the screen.
Just because our fans deserve to hear what the times and just have an idea what the difference was. So Charlieboy with the win, official time 23:26. Casual Tom 23:47.
Wow. So literally a 21-second difference between the runners in that game 3. That is crazy. So close. This is the finals, so I expect these games to be close, but now Charlieboy on game point, he's ahead 2-1 going into game 4, and it's Charlieboy's serve, so to say. So we'll see what he has cooked up for that 4th game.
Yeah, but will he be able to retain that serve? Because so far, neither of our runners have been able to retain.
Yeah, each runner that's been picking the seed has failed to quote-unquote hold serve. Casual Tom picking the seed in games 1 and 3. Charlieboy in game 2. Charlieboy won game 1. Casual Tom won game 2. Charlieboy won game 3. So,
Alright.
This doesn't bode well for Charlieboy in game 4, but he is on match point. If he's able to hold serve, that'll do it.
Alright, well, I'll just give the good news early ahead of time. We're sticking with our any percent hidden, but we're back to power walking as opposed to birds chaser. But we are going to take a moment here to set up for game 4, like we said. So grab a drink, go to the bathroom, do whatever you need, and we'll be right back. folks. Hope you cleared your bowels because we're into game 4. As this best of 5 has at least one more race in it. As if Casual Tom doesn't win, Charlieboy will be declared the champion. But will Charlieboy actually hold serve? Rico, your comments.
So far, things have not looked good for those taking the seed. Like I said at the end of the last game, so far 0 for 3 on picking our seeds so far, and actually coming through to win the game. So it almost feels like Casual Tom has a bit of an advantage as Charlieboy picking the seed. But now at the same time, he's also got his back to the wall. He can't afford to take another game loss. So he might come out a little too wired, so to say.
Yeah, so once again, we're doing straight tournament C settings, so there won't be any burst chaser, folks. I'm sorry. So we're once again going to be power walking through these hidden any percent stages, and with Charlieboy's timer now at 0, we're going to find out where we land.
Yeah, here we go. So,
Tom, this time,
Casual Tom, just no, thank you.
This time he's saying, "Yeah, I gotta just go." And so it looks like we're going to be following each other once again, much like game 2, as Charlieboy got into air first, which was in the bottom left corner. It looks like Tom didn't want to go into air stage either. He's going into metal now. So 2 resets on Tom's side.
Yeah, that almost proved to be the difference in the last game, with Casual Tom resetting and that time costing just enough of a loss for Casual Tom. It was it ended up being a 21-second gap, and probably half of that gap was just from the resets at the start alone.
Yeah, well, it looks like the skies have been pretty friendly in the first half of the stage for Charlieboy. Let's see how the second half goes, but it looks like we got a PP and some chains in the way. So it's going to be a bit of a stop and go for Charlieboy here at the second half of Airman stage.
All right, look, if you're gonna go to the bathroom, you got to wait until the end of the game. Don't I can't even just go anywhere with that joke.
Finish it. But both our runners are entering their respective doors at the same time right now. We're gonna find out who our Robot Master is. We got Wood on the conveyor belt, and we got Airman and Air Stage.
Oh, yeah.
And both Robot Masters, who's gonna get an item, if an item at all? We got 3 out of air, and we got 1 out of metal.
Correct answer, all of the above. Like you said, Casual Tom picking up item 1, Charlieboy picking up item 3. So Casual Tom into Bubble Man, and Charlieboy finding that same Metal Man. So he's going to have item 1 and item 3 for the remainder as he uses his time stopper to try to get through some of the early Metal Man stage.
Yeah, it looks like our runners too are pretty much more or less sharing the same brain cell as far as picking stages. Because Charlieboy started in that bottom left corner where air was. Tom started at the bottom where heat was, and then going clockwise from there. So right now Tom is in the top left, Charlieboy's on the left side as far as the stage name. So I wouldn't be surprised if Charlieboy's next stage is going to be this bubble stage. And that's just me being slightly observant.
Oh, look at you. Well, both of our runners getting through their respective stages. Charlieboy making his way through metal, Casual Tom landing that zip, and making his way through a good portion of that Bubble Man stage. Charlieboy to the boss door first. Casual Tom will be seconds behind.
Oh, the time stopper for Woodman. But
It's
unfortunately,
not going to get all the way there, though.
it does enough as far as I'm concerned.
That's very true. Charlieboy did use the time stopper earlier in the stage, and as we see, he's rewarded with that item 1. And Casual Tom, item 2. Wow.
Yeah, but look where Charlieboy is.
Yeah, exactly. So Charlieboy is going to have all the items for all the stages that he would need them. With this setup, I think Goodwood might be in play for Charlieboy because he might end up doing that Woodman stage.
I mean, there's no burst chaser on this time, so we'll definitely see some good wood.
In game 2, it just seemed to be Charlieboy just not getting the right stages to get the items, and this time, all the items.
Looks like the air shooter shredding through the hot dogs, or as they're dressed up this time as the Top Man Cats from Mega Man 3. Looks like they're shredding through the Joes too.
That might be good to know while we go into the treehouse.
And looks like we got some space monkeys, so they gotta go. Their planet needs them.
Yeah, they're beaming back to the mothership, so not much of a threat there.
Alright, so Charlieboy about to enter the Bubble Man room and take on that Crash Man.
Oh, so, Casual Tom getting knocked off the item 2 by one of the space monkeys as they beam back to the mothership.
Looks like Charlieboy is going to go to Heatman next with all his items. That would be the bottom of the page. So, it doesn't matter though, because he's got all the items in tow. So, who cares? Let's just go.
Yeah, I think Casual Tom found that stage first and opted out of it.
And it looks like we're going to do the Buster Dance with this Heatman again for Tom, because none of the weapons he has on hand are going to are doing the job.
Well, it looks like at least
he is Buster Solve.
You know, didn't have to do the whole 14-step dance. Looked like only 7 that time around. So, Charlieboy having a heck of a time with this item 3 to actually set up his zip.
And I think he was trying to avoid the gear gestures there. But, you know, he makes it around either way. Got item 2 up now. We're going to see that get pulled out here. And off we go. Meanwhile, Tom is in Airman stage now. So I was thinking about, you know, it might take him a while to come back to this Airman stage where item 3 was. But he is going to get it now.
That's actually going to be a very fortunate play for Casual Tom coming back to this Airman stage, as you said it will give him all his items and keep him pretty much in the game. But with Woodman already down, Charlieboy has a chance to make some big time gain if he can pull off Goodwood and get that under control.
Well, we'll find out in a moment here. Alright, so getting a full item 2 again for the second half of the stage. He's got to set it up and make sure the PP is coming from the left.
He's facing the right direction, and the crop tops are not knocking him off. So
nope, and the PP did come from the left there. So making it to the end stage quickly, without any extra issues. So it's going to take that Airman on in his room. He's not exactly Buster Soft. Oh, he's a one-shotter Airman. I was going to wonder if he was going to be a bro, and he is bro enough.
Casual Tommy was. Charlieboy had a little bit more resistance.
Check it up top. Just some Joes in the way, and time for some good wood.
Well, it's Flashman for Casual Tom, so it almost feels like Casual Tom giving us a preview of Charlieboy's next page.
Well, considering what's left for Charlieboy, it's just Flash, Quick, and Crash. Anyway, here's the end of Goodwood.
Yeah, so this will give Charlieboy a significant time advantage, just being able to skip a portion of that Woodman stage. I would estimate probably 25 seconds. And it looks like Casual Tom having a good number of items to work with. Oh no, we got knocked down anyway.
Yep, Gear Dister's doing the job. Alright, well. Into the Flashman room, we'll find out a new Robot Master who's been waiting for us in here, and it is a Boobly Man. And we're gonna do one of my favorite things, and that's just make him sit there and shoot him in the foot. It's pretty much what's happening if you've never seen this before, is Bubble Man is essentially horizontally challenged. If you're not on the same plane as Bubble Man, he will not move. So in a stage like, or in a stage set up like Flashman and Quickman stage, if you're a level below him and you got a weapon that can do damage, you just have him sit there and you can just fire away, and he won't move.
Casual Tom into Crashman, so I can't think of what would possibly stop him from pulling off a zip here.
Well, I'm trying to figure out why he's not switching to his item 1 right now to go around.
He's trying to clear these things out, but it looks like they're getting stood out.
Well, he's not going to do it with that item 1. That is an awful, awful item 1. Oh boy. Well, an awful item 1 and some Lactibians in tow. This is good. Well, at least in that one stage, that one room. How about the third room? Relatively calm. So
yeah,
not too much lag.
That wasn't too bad, but all the same, an opportunity to make up some time, and I think Charlieboy, again, if he can pull off the zip where Casual Tom does not, that puts Charlieboy that much more in the driver's seat. And just as a reminder, this is game 4 out of a best of 5, and Charlieboy 2 games to 1 ahead right now. About to run the loser's bracket all the way from the start to finish. I believe Snape put him there originally. Casual Tom running the winner's bracket from start to finish, as I don't believe he lost to anybody. Like Charlieboy's.
Thanks for reminding me.
Yes. Unfortunately, you know, I gotta do what I gotta do.
You don't have to make it hurt.
Alright, after this game we can get the doll and you can show me exactly where it hurt.
Okay, but can we get ice cream too?
You know what? Why not? Sure.
Alright, well, you don't have to bring the doll. Let's just go get ice cream.
Deal.
Charlieboy trying. There we go, he got it.
I was gonna say, he was struggling mightily to set up that zip.
I'm not gonna tell Charlieboy how to do it, because he's won several tournaments, and he's probably gonna end, and he's right now in a great position for this one. But he sometimes gets real gritty. He wants to greedy and really wants to do the zip bad if he wants it.
so I'm not sure what to think about that one, because Charlieboy probably took about 10 seconds to set up that zip, and it probably saved him about 10 seconds, so...
Take what you want out of it. It's gonna matter what happens at the end. That's the only thing that's gonna matter.
Yeah, absolutely. It is going to be Casual Tom making his way through Heatman stage, while Charlieboy makes his way through Flashman as their final Robot Master stages. That alone gives Charlieboy a massive advantage. So at this point right now, it may well just be the good wood zip that Charlieboy was able to pull off, having that item 3 from Airman, while Casual Tom did Airman after his Woodman stage. That may well be the difference in this game tour, but we got a lot of action left to go. There's definitely some stumbling blocks, so it's not over yet by any stretch of the imagination. As Casual Tom looking and searching, and it looks like he's found the bubble lead as
or
an item.
Or like a bowling ball.
I don't know if the bowling ball bounces up that high when you drop it, but you can definitely see where you're coming from on that one.
Alright, well, anyway, into our last respective Robot Master stages we go for Heatman and Flashman for our boys on screen here. And get some more Super Robot Wars. Wondering what Tom's going to do there with that crab coming down on top of him. But Charlieboy quickly getting to the end of this Flashman stage, which is, you know, in all fairness, a much shorter stage, comparatively speaking, as he's going to ride his item 2 to the end and avoid these jesters. And let's see if he just tries all of his weapons on the door here. That's metal.
I didn't need to try all his weapons. Just straight first shot.
Just use the first one you're using. It's it. Why would I need to check any other? Oh, I just really hope for that metal to work.
Did he wake up Bubble Man? Yeah, he did.
He did. I actually was checking to see. Oh, it was going to be wood either.
Oh no.
He's fine.
Yeah, I had to use an E-tank, though.
No. Looks like the weapon of choice actually would be Bubble on this Bubble Man.
Oh, wow. Bubble Man giving enough of a pain in the behind to Charlieboy that Casual Tom is actually revealing the best eyebrows in gaming for us. Just a few seconds before Charlieboy, but that is Dr. Wily.
I mean,
and
I said it a few seconds ago, sometimes Charlieboy's greed gets the better of him.
Yeah, very true. That doesn't look like a castle. That looks more like the cave from Final Fantasy.
I was gonna say, it is kind of a castle, the castle of Fiends, but either way, both our runners are in Wily 1, and we gotta do that thing again. Because it's a best of 5, and we're 4 into this.
Yeah, so since it's an even one, I get to explain it, and you get to go first. So I get a little bit more time, too. Alright, so we have a dragon at the end of this stage, and we have 3 criteria. We have the color, the weapon weakness, and the style of the dragon. So get in there, Siberian Bull.
It's gonna be orange shades, and I'm gonna stick with my crash bomb.
It is yet to be the bubble lead, and this disappoints me thoroughly. So I'm gonna hold serve as well. I'm gonna say, actually, I don't remember the color. I think it was yellow. I'm gonna say yellow oats with. Actually, no, it was Oats Dragon last time. So I'm gonna go with the Dragon Corn, yellow bubble lead.
Now, right now, our runners have decided to sync back up here. As, here he comes! That's another swag, and it's green.
Alright, all hope is not lost yet, as, nope, it's not the bomb. It's not the Metal Blade, not the Buster. I think they're... Air Shooter.
Air Shooter was working. They just couldn't check the bubble for you, could they?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to wait in suspense until the very end, aren't I? To see that little grid.
And in fairness, that was an awful bubble to even try.
Yeah, it was. So I cannot blame either of our runners on that one.
Kiss that lemon, Charlie. Alright, well, both our runners are holding hands as we go down the Wily 2 gambit and see if Tom is not going to stop. Alright, so I'm not surprised by Charlie, but I was going to see if Tom stops. As we are now going to go through the Joe hallway here.
Well, knocking them off the mechs at least is proving slightly effective for Casual Tom. But Charlieboy a little bit ahead, so... Ooh, alright, Casual Tom. Even I'm getting tensed up here.
Oh, when it's a close race like this, you kind of just get tense and wonder, like, alright, who's going to make the mistake here? Right,
yeah, it does feel like who's going to... Oh, no.
Twitch chat's angry with us again.
Hey, it's the first time in a best of 5 that Twitch chat has tried to rebel against us here, so...
Lazily. Go take a lap.
Oh, don't say that, because I will.
Alright. Well, I'm gonna say this significantly puts Charlie ahead. Even though it doesn't look like much, I would say that's pretty significant, even though Tom's still on his heels.
Well, Casual Tom, with the way we're synced right now, at least the way I see it, is about a second ahead, so 21... Well, his timer is a second ahead of Charlieboy, but when they spawned in, it was 22 flat for Charlieboy, 22:03 for Casual Tom.
And we got moles outside the water here, so we gotta be a little careful.
And they're so difficult to see. It looks like Orange Crush is our Soda Factory flavor of choice for Wily 3 here.
You know what? Considering the design of the stage, this is an Ecto Cooler box.
So true. So true.
I could go for some Ecto Cooler. Won't be able to find it, but I could go for some.
In a surprising twist, Casual Tom actually to the door a little bit quicker, so... Oh, Buster! Oh, wow.
Tommy was in chat earlier, so he'd be happy to see that.
Yeah, absolutely. So, paying tribute to one of our longtime runners, Kama Senin, as it looks like Casual Tom now 23-27, so everything's flipped, so about a 5-second lead for Casual Tom going into Wily 4. So we'll see what we got. Oh, Casual Tom getting trolled a little bit there.
I think we all kind of would with that, and so did Charlieboy. So, but Charlieboy's going to do that vertical zip there. Oh no, he was going to run out.
Yeah, not possible to do, but Casual Tom just, you know, leaping across as Charlieboy uses a little bit of his weapon energy that I don't know if he really needs it in the anxiety rooms, but we're about to find out.
Well, we got some rabbits there, and I've said this before, and I totally mean this in all honesty. Rabbits are probably my favorite enemies to see in the anxiety rooms, because I tend to use item 1 when I go through those rooms more than I use item 2. Mainly because item 2 has cost me a few races, so I don't trust it as much.
Well, it looks like Casual Tom doesn't seem to ascribe to that same strategy, as he's using item 2 for room 3 and 4. And this is... wow. So close.
I was going to say, let's see if Charlie crashes the door, but he's not going to. But there is one thing we do have to mention, and that is Charlieboy has an advantage that Casual Tom does not.
He knows the wall weakness.
He knows the wall weakness. He's going to check Leaf Shield on the turrets, but we know it's not going to work on the wall. And
Casual Tom found it turned away as well.
No, well, Air Shooter was not the answer either.
Doesn't look like Crash Bomb, Buster. What do we got? Bubble Lead? Nothing doing there. Not quick.
It's heat then.
And they're gonna say we're running out of options here for what it might actually be.
It's a 2-shot heat. Oh, I think Tom was done. He saw the heat, but I don't think he saw the damage it did. And he's not going back to it. So Charlieboy is taking this lead now.
Oh man, that's so unfortunate for Casual Tom. As it oh no. Casual Tom doing everything right this race and keeping a small lead just for it to slip away by essentially a mistake in not noticing that it was 2-shot heat for these turrets. And now Charlieboy right back into the driver's seat as he's going to finish off a Robot Master, possibly 2 before Casual Tom even gets in there.
Yep. And Charlieboy going to put that time stopper he learned about Woodman earlier to use right now. And 2 lemons for measure. And looks like they're both going to go counterclockwise as Tom started on Bubble Man there.
Tom, I think, is starting to get a little antsy, desperate perhaps, as he's searching for weapons on that Bubble Man. And now he's doing the same for Woodman. Looked like he might have found something, but
no,
like
just
going Buster.
No, that was good. That metal works, but right now, Charlieboy, cool as a cucumber, just going through his stages casually as he can. Three more left on Charlieboy's side.
Yeah, I believe this is number 4 for Casual Tom, so a slight advantage.
And Tom has not done any of the bottom row.
Yeah, I believe this is the last one for Charlieboy.
Yep, Airman.
3 left.
Yep. I don't know if Charlieboy has an E-tank in his tow, but you know, if this machine cooperates. Who needs it? Not air shooter bowl? Not bubble.
Charlieboy does have an E-Tank, but it looks like we found the solution for the first stage, and Charlieboy gonna use that E-Tank and go for it.
Page 2, not crash. Yep, a well-placed crash.
Oh, here we go. Charlieboy dropping down to Victory Road as Casual Tom makes his way to the Wily machine. He's gonna find Quick Boomerang for the first stage. And let's see what he finds for the second. No, not the bubble lead.
Yeah, well, you kind of know what it is by default at this point. It's would have been a heat leaf and the crash, and he's gonna find that crash now. I don't know if he. Okay, he does get the full explosion there, but Charlieboy at the alien door as we speak though right now, and he's one weakness away from taking his crown.
Yeah, so Charlieboy actually looking like he might hold serve here in Game 4 and take this series 3-1. So this is literally coming down to how quickly Charlieboy can find that alien weakness, and if Casual Tom can somehow find a way back in and snatch victory away from Charlieboy, but it looks like that's not going to be the case.
One more.
There it is.
And with that, hold on. And with that, get those GGs in chat as Charlieboy has taken the Mega Man 2 Randomizer 2025 tournament with an official race time GG time of 30 minutes and 28 seconds. GGs, and I heard the bell toll.
Yeah, I believe we have the intruder alarm, and Casual Tom has joined us in the commentary.
Well, I may have lost to Charlieboy, but I beat him into the live booth.
Well,
That you did. That you
Take
did.
that, loser.
Oh man,
Got count for
Yeah.
something. I mean,
what can I say? What can I say?
Well, I can say good going. You are the winner of our 2025 Mega Man 2 Randomizer, running the entirety of the loser bracket, if I'm not mistaken. So this is a battle of Charlieboy running all the way through the losers bracket, Casual Tom unfortunately going through the winners bracket just to find Charlieboy waiting for him in the finals.
well, it may have just been a matter of time. You know, I know from racing him many times in the past, and also in grand finals. This was a rematch from, I believe, 2021, and that one was actually closer. But I can see, you know, Charlie's, you know, always been really skilled, always been improving, and apparently even working on that burst chaser. So
Yeah. I took all week to do that. This
smart
so,
move.
I mean, I was like, man. Well, I could veto it. However, I
Don't
mean,
do that.
what kind of guy vetoes in grand finals? And you know, like, no, I don't want to play that. I tell you what, there's some tournaments that I would probably do something along those lines, and I've been done that way in some tournaments, like lost by a technicality, especially fighting game tournaments. Like, oh, you paused the game like right after it starts. That's not allowed. Point to you. No, like, dude, bro, it wasn't that. It was like, bro, like, anyway, regardless, yeah, no, I've been on the receiving end of that, and it doesn't feel too great. So, yeah, no, I was like, man, I'm gonna do whatever Tom wants, and then Tom does what I want, and then you know, we'll go from there and see how it goes. And I just hope all you guys enjoyed it and had fun watching. I had fun racing. I hope Tom did too.
I did after that first seed. I was actually pretty tilted. So much went wrong, and it wasn't just my controller disconnecting during the first boss fight. That actually cost me an E-Tank, and then that forced me to kind of go out of my way to get more E-Tanks, and it was just like, but even if I would have actually raced, like, not even, like, good, like, normal, I still, like, that's a really impressive time you had there. So, like, considering how that seed was, like, I would have stood no chance. I do actually feel good about how I did in every seed that followed, even if I lost those last two, I felt good about 3 out of 4 of those seeds. So, yeah, happy for you. You know, you totally did well, and I just feel pretty good that you know, I embarrassed myself in that first one, but not too embarrassed about what happened afterward.
I didn't quite kiss the dragon, but I kissed one of his fireballs. I thought that was a good idea. I don't know why.
Was that in the second seed?
Yeah, second seed,
Okay.
and then I actually got the suicide drop, which was like, oh, okay. Why? I like at that point, I kissed the fireball. I knew I was losing. I was like, all right, well, I'll go for this.
Go for swag. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you know, like, yeah, like I was on the edge at that point, and I was like, unless Tom's just having a really bad time, he probably wins this one. So, yeah, I mean, I wanted to put a little flavor on everything, like
A little bit
that
of seasoning
our
on
tournament
there.
has to, yeah, give the viewing audience a little of everything that the tournament has to offer. I think I did a pretty good job of representing that with the zips and the swag tech and stuff like that. So,
You know, one other thing I'll say on my behalf too is that, like, while sure I could have practiced more, I practiced, like, you know, as much as I could the last couple days at least. It was a pretty busy week, but like what I did though was I tried studying the duck fist tutorial a little bit. I picked up a few new zips, but it's like, you know, they're kind of risky. Like, you know, I can do the wiggles now fairly reliably, but yeah, I thought about doing it in the very last seed, but that item 1 was bad, so I didn't really do any item 1 zips in that last one. But yeah, you know, playing to learn still. I'm still I can't really say I'm not a zipless runner. I could say I lean more zipless, but when I do burst chaser, I like to pick, you know, any percent, just because if you want to go fast, let's just go as fast as we can. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
And not all the zips are really super viable in burst chaser either, and hopefully they mess people up from time to time.
Yeah, I think going for Goodwood actually loses time in burst chaser, so I didn't really.
I don't
go
know that
for it.
one yet.
Although, and I've actually lost a match in the past because of that, I think. But also for whatever reason, because the speed, whenever you get on that last hallway to finish Goodwood, you can't like jumping or shooting doesn't kill Mega Man, so it doesn't zip you to the right spot. But now that Quantum's got the suicide tech, you can actually do it in burst chaser, but previously you couldn't unless you were like really, well, at least from my testing, unless you were like really meticulous to make sure you wouldn't like one up, like, I don't know, it's something has to do with like being in a wall or something, and I guess like with the burst chaser's accelerated speed, it goes up 1 and it won't let you jump and die. So yeah, crazy stuff. But yeah, that's some stuff I learned in practice and whatnot.
Well, I've got nothing more to add other than you know, thanks to everyone for putting this together. Charlie for organizing it. Congrats to you for winning. Thanks to Frico and Siberian Bull for commentating, and LV Creed for all the work he's been doing behind the scenes, and everyone else who's contributed.
Yeah, no, GG's for sure. GG's to Tom for sure, and yeah, big shout outs to Frico and Bull. I mean, do you guys have any questions? You guys just kind of been letting us go at it, and we just kind of like, you know, told you what we thought about the seeds a bit. And you got anything that's like, you know?
Hey, come on! We've been talking for 4 whole games now. It's get a little rest in. And
I could use a break. Jeez.
Oh, okay. Well, all right. Well, in that case, I mean,
as your bronze medalist, you know, what's this practice you're talking about? I didn't do any practice for this tournament.
No practice at all, huh? Man.
I just pressed start and went. Unfortunately, it didn't work for me in either the finals or I would have been in one of your spots.
It worked out for you good enough to get top 3 though. So I mean, yeah, I kind of was coming into the tournament with that mindset too. Like, yo, I've played this game. I know how it goes and stuff. And then like, man, big money came on the line, and I was just like, okay, well, maybe I need to practice a little bit. So I certainly did, and I'm glad I did, because that gives me my 3-peat. Tied up a Prodigy for the most tourney wins now.
3 of 4, good sir. 3 of 4.
No, it ain't. No, it ain't.
Controversy in the randomizer world. Uh-oh.
We need to fact check this
Want
one.
them back. Fact check it.
Fact check it, bro. It's actually listed on the randomizer's Twitch.tv page that we opened this year. Twitch.tv/MM2 randomizer. But I believe it went Prodigy, Metalo, Prodigy. So 18, 19, 20. Then myself in 21. Was it Prodigy in 22, myself in 23, Satoko in 24, and myself in 25. So
Okay.
yeah.
Okay, but you're saying 3P like you won 3 in a row, though.
Okay, well, I'm not trying to brag or anything, man. I was
What's
trying to just say, man, I
Gotta have something to work towards.
As good as Prodigy, maybe, or not really, but I mean, I've got as many as he does now. You know, that's all I was trying to say.
Put your crown on, boy.
But yeah.
Put your gilded nugget on.
Prodigy me, Satoko.
Oh, if I may,
I figured
sorry.
Tom was gonna get. Sorry, I said I figured it was your year just about, man. But
it's never my year. I did have that mini tournament once though in 21. I can always claim that. The single elimination one that we did like single day. And I won that with a burst chaser seed actually, which is why I can't stop playing it even though I lose to people like Charlie and LV Creed. But I do want to say though, extra special thanks to everyone who donated to the prize pool. We gotta show some appreciation because there were some major contributions from a couple of you guys, specifically LV Creed and RSPC, and among others, I believe Snape, Siberian Bull, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna make my money back.
Yeah.
Snape, Siberian Bull, Tom, you donated. I donated a little bit, what I could afford at the time.
3 of the 4 of us in this booth.
I can read them all off for you. Here they go. Creed, RSPC, Bull, Tom, Snape, myself. Those are the players who donated to the prize pool. So big shout outs to everybody who donated. And the payouts this year is first place 60%, second place 25%, third place 15%. So yeah, I'll get that information to SpeedGaming so we can get paid out hopefully as soon as possible. I'm pretty sure it's after their live event sometime, like within a couple weeks after that or something. So, but yeah, myself, Bull, and Tom, we all need to jump on the Matcherino page or whatever whenever they invite us, so that way we can get paid. But other than that, big shout outs to everybody who helped in the background. Big shout outs to everybody who watched. Shout outs to admin team for helping run stuff. Shout outs to Freako and Bull for the comms tonight, and everybody who commentated, and all the volunteers, all that good stuff. You know, shout outs to everybody. Can we just say it that way? But I guess that's gonna wrap up the tournament this year, unless you guys got anything to add.
Yeah, that pretty much covers it.
All right, well,
that is
GG's
gonna do
again.
it for us tonight.
Yeah, GG's again, Tom, and if nobody else got anything to say, then we'll see you next year, or perhaps even sooner on our new Twitch page and YouTube page and such. Make sure to go follow those and join our Discord. Keep up for more.
At least I got that one round. I take comfort in that.
All right, GG's guys. Y'all take it easy.
I do have one question, although it's not going to be a great one. What happened at the end of that 4th game, Casual Tom? Did you miss that the charged heat was what did the damage?
Yeah, no, I couldn't tell what was doing damage, but it was like 2 charged heats, so I couldn't, I'm pretty sure it was 2 charged heats, so I just didn't notice that I was damaging it. So, I guess that slowed me down a bit.
That was unfortunate.
Yeah.
I think if you would have realized that it was the charged heat, we'd be playing a Game 5 right now.
It would have been close, if anything. I mean,
very much
sometimes
so,
just like that. You know, hey, the fact that Charlie was able to figure that out means like he's earned it. So, but thanks for pointing that out, though.
Oh, that was just the one that like stuck in my head, and I'm like, oh.
Good point. I forgot about that. That sucked.
That was just one of those where it's like, if you would have got through the Boo Beam turrets, you had a very slight lead We might have been going to a Game 5, Game 6 situation. It was that close.
Well, Game
Going
5
into
rules.
the turret.
Tournament A settings tend to favor Charlie anyway, probably. But hey, at least I got a sub 31 on that. Look, the time's still up there.
But yeah, well, all the same, very well done on second place, and Charlieboy, well done on winning. This was the final match. Charlieboy, your winner and ultimate victor of the 2025 tournament. 3-1 over Casual Tom. And I believe that's going to do it for us tonight.
Yep. GG's, Tom. Thanks, everybody, again. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one.
Yep. See you next year, as always.
All right. Peace out.
Later.